We're diving into the most loved LEGO sets of all time, based on actual fan votes and rankings, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which sets earned their legendary status and why collectors still hunt for them decades later. UCS Millennium Falcon 75192. Starting with the king of them all, the UCS Millennium Falcon 75192. This absolute monster hit shelves in 2017 and hasn't stopped dominating since. We're talking 7,541 pieces of pure Star Wars perfection. At 33 inches long and 8 inches high, this thing doesn't just sit on a shelf, it commands an entire room. The price tag is brutal at $850, but here's what you're getting. 7 landing legs so it displays without a stand, dozens of hidden features throughout the ship, and a crew that includes both the original trilogy and sequel trilogy characters. The interior is where this set truly shines. You've got the iconic holochess board, the engineering station, the rear gunner position, and even the secret smuggling compartments. The cockpit fits multiple minifigures, and the level of detail in the exterior panels makes this look like it just jumped out of hyperspace. This set consistently tops every fan poll and ranking list, and it's not hard to see why. The build takes most people between 20 to 30 hours, and every step is satisfying. LEGO even included removable panels throughout so you can see all the inner workings. The top and bottom gun turrets rotate, the boarding ramp extends, and the whole thing is designed with structural integrity that lets you actually pick it up without it falling apart. This is the set every LEGO Star Wars fan dreams about owning. Galaxy Explorer 10497. Moving to a set that captures pure nostalgia. The Galaxy Explorer 10497. This 2022 release celebrated LEGO's 90th anniversary by bringing back one of the most iconic space sets ever made. The original 497 from 1979 defined an entire generation of LEGO fans with its simple blue and grey spaceship design. The modern version takes that classic template and scales it up to 1,254 pieces. What makes this set special is how it honors the original while using modern building techniques. You get the same 4 astronaut minifigures in classic white and red spacesuits, the iconic rover that every 70s and 80s kid remembers, and even a robot helper. The ship opens from multiple access points, revealing living quarters with beds and computers, a cargo bay with an extending ramp, and a cockpit that tilts back just like the original. The printed elements throughout the set are a love letter to classic space, with updated versions of those nostalgic LL928 markings and the classic space logo. The blue and grey colour scheme hits different when you grew up with these sets. At $100, it's one of the most affordable ways to own a piece of LEGO history that still looks amazing on display. The build itself is therapeutic, stacking those blue and grey bricks while remembering why we all fell in love with LEGO in the first place. Hogwarts Castle 7-Dimension 43. The Hogwarts Castle 7-Dimension 43 is what happens when LEGO decides to go all in on a single location. This 6,020 piece beast dropped in 2018 and immediately became the definitive Harry Potter set. The castle measures over 22 inches high and 27 inches wide, capturing the essence of the film's most iconic building. What sets this apart from other large sets is the micro-scale approach. Instead of building rooms you can play in, this focuses on architectural accuracy and capturing the entire castle's silhouette. You get the Great Hall with its long tables, the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, the Chamber of Secrets with the Basilisk, and even the Room of Requirement. The Whomping Willow sits off to the side, complete with the Flying Ford Anglia stuck in its branches. There are 27 microfigures included, which are these tiny representations of characters that work perfectly at this scale. The tower designs are intricate, with different architectural styles for each section that match the films. The boathouse connects to the main castle, the covered bridge spans between towers, and the attention to detail in the stonework is remarkable. The interior spaces are packed with Easter eggs like the Mirror of Erised, house banners in the Great Hall, and even tiny potions bottles in Snape's classroom. For Harry Potter fans, this is the ultimate display piece. The build is complex enough to keep you engaged for weeks, and the final result is a stunning recreation that captures the magic of Hogwarts in brick form. Titanic 10294. The Titanic 10294 is LEGO flexing its engineering muscles. Released in 2021, this 9090-piece set became one of the largest LEGO sets ever made. We're talking over 53 inches long when completed. The scale is 1/200, and they nailed the proportions of the ill-fated ship. The build is split into 3 main sections that connect together, making it manageable to transport if needed. The exterior captures those iconic elements everyone recognizes: the 4 smokestacks, the grand staircase area, the bridge, and even individual cabin windows running the length of the ship. What's impressive is the structural design. This thing is built to be sturdy despite its size. The hull uses advanced building techniques to create those smooth curves, and the deck is detailed with lifeboats, cargo cranes, and the swimming pool. Inside you get cross-sections of different decks, showing the engine room, the boiler rooms, and various passenger areas. The attention to historical accuracy is everywhere, from the arrangement of the funnels to the spacing of the portholes. The color blocking uses tan and black to recreate that classic ocean liner look. This is an adult display piece through and through. There's no play features, no elaborate interior playsets, just pure architectural modeling. The build takes most people 40 to 60 hours, and it's meditative. You're essentially building the same structural elements repeatedly, but watching this legendary ship take shape makes every hour worth it. When it's done, you need serious shelf space, but the presence it has is unmatched. Lion Knight's Castle 10305. The Lion Knight's Castle 10305 brought castle building back to its roots in 2022. This 4514-piece set is the largest castle LEGO has ever produced, and it won a fan vote to even exist. The yellow castle with blue roofs immediately takes you back to the 1980s, when the original yellow castle was released. But this is that childhood memory upgraded with 40 years of building innovation. The main structure has 3 distinct sections, each with multiple floors and intricate interior details. You've got the blacksmith's forge complete with weapons and tools, a library with books and a desk, a throne room with stained glass windows, and even prison cells in the dungeon. The courtyard in the center is where most of the action happens. There's a working catapult, a training area, and space for the guards to patrol. The build includes 22 minifigures, split between the Lion Knights and their Forestmen enemies. The minifigure selection alone is worth the price, with unique prints and accessories throughout. The architectural details are what elevate this from a toy to a display piece. The corner towers have different designs, the walls have varied textures using different brick techniques, and the roof sections use a mix of slopes and tiles to create depth. You can attack the castle walls, defend from the battlements, and stage full medieval battles. The whole thing is modular, so you can rearrange sections or combine it with other castle sets. This set retired at the end of 2025 and immediately started climbing in value. If you slept on this one, you're going to pay for it now. Black Sea's Barracuda 60285. The Black Sea's Barracuda 60285 is straight up legendary. This 909-piece pirate ship from 1989 defined what a LEGO pirate set should be. The ship itself is a beauty with full rigging, cloth sails with the Jolly Roger, and enough cannons to take on any Imperial fleet. The hull is built solid with black and brown pieces creating that weathered ship look. What made this set special was the level of detail for its time. The captain's quarters in the back had furniture and treasure, the main deck had working cannons on wheeled carriages, and there was even a brig below deck for prisoners. The original release came with 9 pirate minifigures led by Captain Redbeard himself. The crow's nest could actually hold minifigures, the anchor could be raised and lowered, and the rudder actually connected to the ship's wheel. This set was so loved that LEGO re-released it in 2002 as Set 10040, and it's still commanding crazy prices on the secondary market. Original sealed versions can hit $5,000 or more. Even used copies in good condition sell for several $100s. The reason this set resonates is simple. It captured everything kids wanted in a pirate ship. It looked authentic, had tons of play features, and the pirates themselves had character with their unique prints and accessories. The striped sails, the Jolly Roger flag, and those wooden brown deck pieces created an aesthetic that every pirate set since has tried to recapture. Pirates of Barracuda Bay 2132. Fast forward to 2020, and we get Pirates of Barracuda Bay 21322, a spiritual successor to that classic ship. This too, dear 545 Piece Lego Ideas Set is a masterclass in dual building. You can build it as a tropical island with a shipwreck, complete with a tavern, palm trees, and hidden treasure. Or you can tear it all apart and rebuild the Black Sea's Barracuda itself in all its glory. The island configuration is fantastic, with a split design that lets you rearrange the sections. You've got the shipwreck half buried in sand, a working winch system, a dock area, and even a tavern where the pirates hang out. The minifigures include Captain Redbeard, now older and washed up on this island, along with his crew and some skeleton pirates for good measure. The plant pieces and tropical elements make this feel like a real castaway location, but the real magic happens when you convert it to ship mode. The island sections transform into the hull, masts and deck of the Barracuda. The building technique is clever, using the same pieces to create two completely different models. The ship mode captures that classic pirate ship silhouette, with 3 masts, full rigging, and even a rowboat. The fact that this can be 2 display pieces in one makes it incredibly popular with adult fans. It's also more affordable than tracking down an original Barracuda, making it the perfect way to get that nostalgic pirate ship experience without selling a kidney. Taj Mahal 10256. The Taj Mahal 10256 is a building challenge that demands respect. With 5,923 pieces, this is one of the largest Lego sets ever produced. The original version came out in 2008 and immediately became legendary, selling on the secondary market for thousands of dollars. Lego brought it back in 2017 as an almost identical re-release, making it accessible again at a $370 retail price. This set is all about architectural accuracy and scale. The finished model measures 20 inches wide and 17 inches high, capturing the famous mausoleum's proportions perfectly. The build is repetitive as you construct 4 identical facades, 4 identical minarets, and multiple dome sections. But that repetition is part of the meditation. You're building the same elements over and over, watching the structure slowly take shape. The central dome uses a clever building technique with hinged panels to create that iconic curved shape. The minarets are tall and detailed, with decorative finials on top. The base is covered in white tile work, creating a clean, polished foundation for the entire structure. The color palette is primarily white, with tan accents, staying true to the real building's marble appearance. Critics of this set point out that it uses older building techniques and could be improved with modern parts. The surfaces are relatively plain compared to what Lego can do now, and the domes have exposed studs that give it a vintage look. But supporters argue that's part of its charm. This is a pure building challenge, a marathon of stacking bricks that results in one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. It's not a playset, it's not filled with hidden features, it's just a straight-up architectural model that looks impressive on display. AT-AT 75313. The AT-AT 75313 is pure Empire power in brick form. This 785 piece behemoth released in November 2021 and became an instant classic, standing over 24 inches tall and 27 inches long. This is the largest AT-AT Lego has ever made, and it shows. The legs are fully posable with joints at the hips, knees and ankles, letting you create dynamic battle poses straight out of The Empire Strikes Back. The head rotates and tilts, the chin guns move independently, and the armor plating captures that industrial imperial design perfectly. What separates this from earlier AT-AT sets is the level of interior detail. The head opens to reveal the cockpit with seating for General Veers and an AT-AT driver. The main body opens from the side, showing the troop compartment where snowtroopers and AT-AT drivers can stand. The speeder bikes are stored inside, ready to deploy. There's even a winch system for lowering troops to the ground. The minifigure selection is strong, with Luke Skywalker in his Hoth outfit, General Veers, 2 AT-AT drivers, 3 snowtroopers, and a snowtrooper officer. The color blocking on the exterior uses light and dark grey to create depth and weathering. The neck section has cables and piping details that make it look mechanical. The feet are sturdy enough to support the entire weight without sagging. This set is expensive at $850, making it tied for LEGO's most expensive set with the Millennium Falcon. But for Star Wars fans and AT-AT enthusiasts, it's the definitive version. The presence it has on display is incredible. Those chicken legs, that massive body, and the sheer size make it an instant conversation piece. Disney Castle 71040. The Disney Castle 71040 is magic in brick form. This 4080 piece set from 2016 recreates Cinderella's castle from Walt Disney World with incredible attention to detail. The castle stands over 29 inches tall, making it one of the tallest vertical LEGO sets ever. The build is split into multiple sections that stack and connect, creating a structure that's both display-worthy and sturdy. The exterior captures the iconic silhouette with blue rooftops, golden spires, and that central tower that everyone recognizes. The architectural details include arched windows, brick textures, and even the famous Walt Disney World Railroad Bridge at the base. The interior is packed with Disney references. The main entrance has the mosaic floor from the real castle. As you build upward, you get different rooms representing various Disney films. There's a music room with a piano, a dressing room, a throne room, and even a bedroom in one of the towers. The color scheme of blues, golds, and tan creates that fairy tale aesthetic. The 5 minifigures include Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy Duck, and Tinkerbell. The back of the castle opens in panels, revealing the different interior floors. The build technique uses lots of curved and sloped pieces to create the organic shapes of the towers. The golden spires on top use stacked pieces to create height and detail. This set appeals to Disney fans and LEGO fans equally. It's recognizable instantly, displays beautifully, and has enough building complexity to keep adults engaged. The price was $350 at release, which for 4,000 pieces and the Disney license was actually reasonable. This set has maintained its value well and continues to be sought after, even years after retirement. Cafe Corner 10182. Let's talk about the set that started a revolution. Cafe Corner 10182 hit shelves in 2007 as LEGO's first modular building, and the adult fan community lost their minds. This 2056 piece set introduced building techniques that defined an entire series. The building stands 3 stories tall, with a cafe on the ground floor and apartments above. The corner location means it has facades on 2 sides, creating visual interest from multiple angles. The tan and sand green color scheme was unusual at the time, giving it a European city feel. The architectural details like the arched windows, the corner turret, and the balconies set a standard that every modular building since has had to meet. The build introduced several techniques that became staples of the series. The use of snot building to create textured walls, the incorporation of printed tiles for signage, and the modular design that lets you connect multiple buildings together. The interior was minimal in this first release, mostly empty space that later modulars would fill with detailed furniture and accessories. The minifigures included a waitress, a couple having coffee, and a city resident. What made Cafe Corner special wasn't just the building itself, but what it represented. This was LEGO saying, we're making sets specifically for adults who want to build realistic cityscapes. The $150 price point at release was higher than typical LEGO sets, targeting collectors with disposable income. The set retired in 2010 and immediately became valuable. Today, sealed versions sell for over $2,000, and even used copies command premium prices. Every January since 2007, LEGO has released a new modular building, creating a series that spans nearly 2 decades. And it all started with this corner cafe. Greengrocer 10185. The Greengrocer 10185 came next in 2008 and showed what modular buildings could really be. This 352 piece set improved on Cafe Corner in every way. The building is 3 stories, with a fully detailed grocery store on the ground floor and apartments above. The exterior uses rare sand green pieces, creating a unique color combination that makes this set stand out. The architecture is more complex with bay windows, a fire escape running up one side, and a rooftop terrace. But the real upgrade was the interior. Unlike Cafe Corner's bare rooms, Greengrocer has fully furnished spaces. The grocery store has refrigerated shelves with opening doors, bins for produce, a cash register, and even a mailbox. The apartments above have furniture, decorative elements, and small details that bring them to life. There's a fireplace with tools, a grandfather clock, and windows that open to the fire escape. The color palette of sand, green, tan, and dark red creates visual richness. The roof terrace has chairs, an umbrella, a grill, and flowers, creating a little oasis above the city. The 4 minifigures include a shopkeeper, a businessman, a mother, and a young person. The building techniques introduced here became standard for later modulars. The use of different textures on each floor, the incorporation of printed tiles for advertising, and the attention to street-level details like lampposts and sidewalks. Greengrocer retired in 2011 and has since appreciated over 700% in value. The sand green pieces alone make it expensive to build from individual parts. This set represents the point where modular buildings shifted from concept to established theme, proving there was demand for detailed, adult-focused architecture sets. Fire Brigade 10197. Fire Brigade 10197 dropped in 2009 and cemented the modular building series as essential collecting. This 231 piece set recreates a 1930s fire station with stunning period details. The building is 4 stories tall, with the garage bay on the ground floor, offices and living quarters in the middle, and a bell tower on top. The red brick exterior uses dark red pieces to create a classic firehouse look. The architectural style is distinctly Art Deco with vertical lines, geometric patterns, and symmetrical design. The garage door actually opens, revealing a vintage fire truck inside. The truck itself is a beautiful build, with tan and red coloring, brass bell, and ladder. The interior spaces show the daily life of firefighters. There's a pole they slide down to reach the truck quickly, bunk beds for sleeping, a kitchen area, and even a pool table for recreation. The bell tower at the top has a functional bell and a clock face printed on tiles. The color scheme of dark red, tan, and black gives this a distinct early 20th century feel. The minifigures include 4 firefighters and a Dalmatian, the classic firehouse dog. The level of detail is remarkable with brass handrails, vintage advertising posters on the walls, and period-appropriate accessories. The building techniques include creating the year 1932 on the front using standard bricks, a reference to when Lego was founded. The fire truck is detailed enough to be a separate model, with working steering and a removable ladder. Fire Brigade showed that modular buildings could tell stories and capture specific eras. This isn't just a generic building, it's a specific time and place brought to life in brick form. The set retired in 2012 and has since become one of the most valuable modulars, with prices exceeding $1,000 sealed. Pet Shop 10218 Pet Shop 10218 arrived in 2011 and introduced some clever design choices to the modular line. This 2032 piece set is actually 2 buildings side by side. The left side is the pet shop, while the right side is a townhouse. This dual building approach creates more visual variety on your modular street. The pet shop has a blue and white facade with large display windows showing the animals inside. The interior has cages and habitats for various animals, including a parrot, rabbit, turtle, and dog. There's a counter area and shelving for pet supplies. Upstairs is a small apartment for the shop owner. The townhouse side has a brownstone aesthetic with dark orange bricks and detailed windows. Inside, you get a living room with fireplace, a music room with a piano, and a bedroom on the top floor. The exterior details, like the front steps, the different window styles, and the varied roof lines make each building distinct. The color blocking of blue, white, dark orange, and tan creates a pleasing contrast. The set includes 4 minifigures, a pet shop owner, the residents of the townhouse, and a child with a small dog. The back of both buildings open for access to the interior rooms. What makes Pet Shop special is how it proved modular buildings could be more than single structures. By combining 2 buildings in one set, Lego added more value and variety. The architectural details like the awning over the pet shop entrance, the decorative elements on the townhouse, and the different roof styles show the increasing sophistication of the series. This set retired in 2014 and has appreciated significantly, with sealed versions now selling for several $100s above retail. Palace Cinema 10232 Palace Cinema 10232 brought Hollywood glamour to the modular series in 2013. This 2194 piece set recreates a 1930s movie palace with Art Deco styling throughout. The front facade is the star, with a detailed box office, movie posters in light boxes, a red carpet entrance, and the palace names spelled out in tiles. The color scheme of sand blue, tan, and gold creates that classic cinema look. The architectural details include decorative columns, geometric patterns, and a roofline with ornate styling. The interior captures the movie-going experience. The lobby has a concession stand selling popcakes and drinks, movie posters on the walls, and a sweeping staircase. The theatre itself has tiered seating, a large screen showing an old-timey film, and even a spotlight on the ceiling. The upstairs has the projector room, with a functioning projector and film reels. The back section includes an apartment for the cinema owner. The 6 minifigures include a ticket seller, concession worker, movie director, and guests including a little girl and her grandfather. The accessories are fantastic, with a vintage camera, director's chair, film clapboard, and period-appropriate clothing on the minifigures. What sets Palace Cinema apart is the theme. Instead of a generic building type, this captures a specific entertainment venue with all its associated details. The movie posters are printed tiles showing imagined Lego films. The Art Deco elements throughout create visual richness. The interior is fully playable, with the tiered seating allowing you to stage your own movie premieres. This set retired in 2016 and has maintained strong secondary market value. It remains one of the most visually striking modulars, with its prominent facade and distinctive styling. Parisian Restaurant 10243 The Parisian Restaurant 10243 hit shelves in 2014 and took modular buildings to new heights with its vertical design. This 2469 piece set stands taller than previous modulars, creating an elegant Parisian apartment building with a restaurant on the ground floor. The architecture captures French style with balconies on each level, tall windows with shutters, and a mansard roof with dormers. The color scheme of tan, dark tan, and sand green creates that classic Parisian look. The ground floor restaurant has outdoor seating with tables, chairs, and an awning. Inside is a fully equipped kitchen with stove, pots and pans, and a prep area. The dining room has tables set with dishes and a bar area. The second floor is an artist's studio with paintings, easels, and brushes. The third floor is a residential apartment with furniture and decorations. The top floor is another apartment space. The mansard roof is beautifully executed, with dark tan tiles creating the traditional French roofline. The 6 minifigures include a chef, waiter, artist, and residents of the building. The attention to detail is remarkable, with flower boxes on the balconies, decorative ironwork, and even a bicycle parked outside. The interior spaces are richly detailed with wallpaper effects, wooden floors, and period furniture. The vertical building style makes efficient use of space while creating visual interest at every level. The restaurant's outdoor dining area adds a cafe culture element. This set retired in 2017 and has appreciated well in the secondary market. The French aesthetic makes it a standout on any modular street, and the taller profile creates variation among the building heights. Detectives Office 10246 arrived in 2015 and immediately became a fan favorite. This 226 piece set combines a detective agency, a pool hall, and a barbershop in one building. The Art Deco facade uses dark tan, dark red, and black to create a 1920s noir aesthetic. The ground floor has the barbershop with authentic vintage styling including chairs, mirrors, and grooming tools. The second floor houses the pool hall with a functional pool table, vintage lights, and seating area. The third floor is the detective's office itself, with a desk, filing cabinets, and noir-style accessories. The top floor is the detective's apartment. What makes this set special is the storytelling. The building includes hidden details like a safe behind a picture, a secret escape route, and evidence boards. The architecture captures Prohibition-era style with vertical lines, geometric windows, and decorative elements. The back section has a laboratory for analyzing clues. The 6 minifigures include the detective, criminals, and city residents. The accessories tell stories with Tommy guns, magnifying glasses, and period newspapers. The color palette is darker and moodier than other modulars, fitting the noir theme. The pool table is a remarkable build within a build, actually functional for moving the balls around. The building techniques include creating signage with tiles, using transparent pieces for windows, and creating depth with varied wall textures. This set retired in 2017 and has become highly collectible. The combination of 3 distinct businesses in one building adds incredible playability and display value. The noir aesthetic sets it apart visually from other modulars. Brickbank 1025-10251 came out in 2016 and brought financial architecture to the modular series. This 2380 piece set recreates a classic 3-story bank with neoclassical design elements. The facade features large columns, arched windows, a clock, and the bank name spelled out in gold letters. The color scheme uses sand blue, dark tan, and white to create an upscale institutional look. The ground floor is the bank itself with teller windows, a vault door, safety deposit boxes, and a manager's office. The details are fantastic with period cash registers, money pieces, and security features. The second floor houses a laundromat, an unusual but charming addition that creates neighborhood character. There are working washing machines, a folding table, and even a sock lost behind the machines. The third floor is an apartment with Art Deco styling. The roofline features a distinctive corner tower element that makes this building stand out. The back alley includes a dumpster and fire escape. The 6 minifigures include bank workers, customers, and a sneaky robber with tools to crack the safe. The architectural details showcase skilled building with the columns, the ornate cornices, and the decorative elements around the windows. The interior spaces are detailed with marble floor tiles in the bank, period wallpaper patterns, and wooden beams in the apartment. The corner tower design makes this a natural fit for a corner position in your modular city. This set retired in 2018 and commands premium prices. The bank theme resonates with collectors, and the architectural style is among the most refined in the series. Assembly Square 10255, Assembly Square 10255, dropped in 2017 as the 10th anniversary celebration of modular buildings, and LEGO pulled out all the stops. This 4002 piece monster is the largest modular building ever released. The set actually contains multiple businesses: a bakery, florist shop, music store, photo studio, dance studio, and dentist office. The corner building design uses all 4 sides, creating a structure that works from any angle. The architecture mixes different styles across the facades, showing how a city block evolves over time. The color scheme uses sand green, medium dark flesh, dark red, and tan to create visual variety. The ground floor has the bakery and florist with detailed storefronts and interiors. The second floor houses the music store and photo studio with instruments and photography equipment. The third floor has the dance studio with mirrors and a barre. The dentist office is tucked into a corner with period dental equipment. The building is absolutely packed with Easter eggs and references to previous modular buildings. There are nods to Cafe Corner, the Greengrocer, and other classics throughout. The 10 minifigures include all the business owners and customers. The accessories and printed elements are extensive with shop signs, products, and period details everywhere. The build is complex and time-consuming, but every section reveals new details. The multiple businesses mean you can create countless stories and interactions. The architectural diversity makes this visually interesting, with different window styles, roof sections, and decorative elements. This set retired in 2021, and prices immediately jumped. With 4,000 pieces and multiple detailed shops, it offers incredible building value. Bookshop 10270. The Bookshop 10270 arrived in 2020 and captured the cozy charm of an independent bookstore. This 2504-piece set combines a 3-story bookshop with a townhouse next door. The bookshop facade uses dark turquoise, tan, and dark red to create a welcoming storefront. Large windows display books and a reading corner inside. The ground floor has bookshelves lining the walls, a checkout counter, and a reading nook. The second floor houses more books and a writer's apartment with a desk and typewriter. The third floor is another apartment space. The townhouse side has a modern architectural style with clean lines and large windows. Inside is a contemporary living space. What makes Bookshop special is the attention to literary details. The shelves are packed with colourful books using creative part usage. There are book covers on display, reading chairs, and even a small cafe area. The 6 minifigures include the bookshop owner, writer, and customers. The bird pieces scattered throughout add charm and character. The architecture contrasts traditional and modern styles side by side. The colour palette is warm and inviting, with the turquoise and tan combination. The interior is designed for bibliophiles, with every corner celebrating books and reading. The back of the building reveals hidden details and additional living spaces. This set has remained popular with strong sales throughout its run. The bookshop theme resonates with adult fans who remember browsing local bookstores. The build quality and design represent the evolution of modular buildings with sophisticated techniques and rich details. Police Station 10278. Police Station 10278 launched in 2021 as a massive 2923-piece addition to the modular line. This is a corner building with a distinctive Art Deco facade, combining grey, tan, and dark blue. The police station itself occupies the ground floor with a front desk, holding cells, interrogation room, and detective offices. The attention to period detail is remarkable with vintage police equipment, wanted posters, and Art Deco styling throughout. The second floor houses a donut shop, a playful nod to police stereotypes. The shop has a pink and white colour scheme with a serving counter and kitchen. The third floor contains a gym and more office space. The corner tower element rises 4 stories, topped with a skylight. The architecture uses vertical lines and geometric patterns to create that 1920s civic building look. The 7 minifigures include police officers, criminals, and the donut shop owner. The accessories include handcuffs, police motorcycles, and period vehicles. The interior spaces tell stories with the holding cells, evidence room, and detective work areas. The building techniques showcase advanced SNOT work for the smooth facades and decorative elements. The donut shop adds whimsy and color contrast. The size and piece count make this one of the largest single modular buildings. The Art Deco styling creates strong visual appeal. This set is currently available and consistently ranks among LEGO's bestsellers. The police station theme completes a city services category alongside the fire station. Eiffel Tower 10307. The Eiffel Tower 10307 is an engineering marvel in LEGO form. Released in 2022, this 10,001-piece set is the tallest LEGO set ever produced, at over 58 inches high. This isn't about play features or interior details. This is pure structural engineering. The tower is built in sections that stack and lock together, creating surprising stability for such a tall model. The lattice work throughout mimics the iron framework of the real Eiffel Tower. The color scheme uses dark tan pieces to recreate the tower's paint color. The base is solid and wide enough to support the entire structure without sagging. Each level is detailed with railings, observation decks, and architectural elements. The building technique relies heavily on technic connections and advanced structural design. You're essentially building a metal framework using plastic bricks. The repetitive nature of the build is meditative as you construct the same lattice patterns over and over. The final result is breathtaking. The tower stands nearly 5 feet tall, making it a room-dominating display piece. The accuracy and proportions and the way the structure tapers as it rises create visual drama. This set is expensive, at $630, but the piece count and engineering justify it. The build takes most people 30 to 40 hours of focused construction. This is for serious collectors who want an iconic landmark and have the display space. The Eiffel Tower represents LEGO, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with height and structural stability. It's a technical achievement that happens to be one of the world's most famous buildings. Rollercoaster 10261. The Rollercoaster 10261 is pure theme park energy in brick form. This 4 124. Piece set from 2018 creates a functioning roller coaster with a chain lift and working track. The structure is massive, with a footprint of 35 by 16 inches. The track layout includes curves, drops, and a station area. The chain lift actually works, pulling the coaster cars to the top before releasing them for the ride. You can add power functions to motorize the lift, or use boost to automate it. The architecture captures fairground aesthetics, with bright colors and decorative elements. There's a ticket booth, ice cream cart, cotton candy stand, and maintenance shed. The 11 minifigures include ride operators, excited guests, and food vendors. Each minifigure has a reversible head, showing a happy face and a thrilled screaming face. The track itself uses specialized elements that snap together, creating smooth curves and secure connections. The coaster cars seat multiple minifigures and roll freely on the track. The structure uses green, yellow, and red pieces to create that classic amusement park look. The decorative elements include flags, lights, and signage. What makes this special is that it actually works as designed. You can send the cars around the track repeatedly, creating kinetic play value. The engineering required to make a stable track with proper angles and curves is impressive. The building process teaches physics concepts about momentum and gravity. This set displays beautifully and provides entertainment beyond just building. The theme park aesthetic makes it a natural companion to the fairground collection, including the Ferris wheel and carousel. The roller coaster retired in 2021 and has maintained strong value, with sealed versions selling above retail. Saturn V 21309. The Saturn V 21309 launched in 2017 as a LEGO Ideas project that became iconic. This one, 969, piece set, recreates the rocket that took humans to the moon. The piece count is a deliberate reference to 1969, the year of the Apollo 11 landing. The rocket stands 39 inches tall when fully assembled, capturing the incredible scale of the real Saturn V. The model is built in stages that separate just like the real rocket. The three-stage design means you can display the command module, lunar module, and rocket stages separately. The building technique creates smooth curves and accurate proportions. The white and black color scheme matches the real rocket's appearance. The model includes display stands for each component and 3 astronaut microfigures. The details include the engines, fuel tanks, and the lunar lander. What makes this set remarkable is the educational value. As you build, you learn about rocket staging, the mechanics of space travel, and the Apollo program. The instruction booklet includes information about the real Saturn V and its missions. The scale and verticality make this a stunning display piece. It can stand on its launch gantry or lie horizontally if you don't have ceiling height. The price point of $120 made this accessible to a wide audience. The set retired in 2020, but was so popular that LEGO brought back something similar. This represents LEGO Ideas at its best, taking a fan submission and creating an educational, display-worthy model that celebrates human achievement. The Saturn V has inspired countless space fans and introduced many to the Apollo program. It's a perfect example of how LEGO can tell historical stories through brick building. Bugatti Chiron 42083. The Bugatti Chiron 42083 is Technic engineering at its absolute peak. This 3599 piece set from 2018 recreates the hypercar with ridiculous attention to mechanical detail. The exterior captures the Chiron's curves and proportions beautifully, with the distinctive C line in blue across the body. The color scheme uses blue and dark azure pieces to match Bugatti's signature color, but the real magic is under the hood. This set has a working W16 engine with moving pistons, an 8-speed sequential gearbox that actually functions, and paddle shifters. The suspension system is fully active on all 4 wheels. The steering wheel connects to the front wheels through a series of gears. The rear spoiler raises and lowers like the real car. The doors open with a scissor mechanism. The interior is detailed with seats, a steering wheel, and dashboard elements. The body panels attach using pins, creating smooth surfaces that hide the mechanical complexity underneath. The build is challenging and requires patience to get all the gears and mechanisms working properly. When it's complete, You can operate the gearbox, watch the pistons fire, and see how the suspension moves. This is a functional mechanical model that teaches engineering principles. The scale is 1/8, making it substantial at 22 inches long. The attention to detail extends to the wheels, brake calipers, and even the Bugatti logo elements. This set was developed in partnership with Bugatti, ensuring accuracy. At $350 retail, it was expensive, but the piece count and mechanical complexity justified it. The Bugatti Chiron represents the pinnacle of technic building, with form and function combining perfectly. It's both a display model and an interactive mechanical teaching tool. Colosseum 10276. The Colosseum 10276 dropped in 2020 as the largest LEGO set by piece count at the time, with 9,036 pieces. This architectural model recreates Rome's most famous arena at 1:35 scale. The finished build measures 10 inches high, 20 inches wide, and 23 inches deep. The structure captures the iconic 3 levels of arches, the upper wall, and the partial ruin state the Colosseum exists in today. The color scheme uses tan pieces throughout to match the travertine stone of the real building. The building technique is repetitive as you construct the same arch sections over and over, working your way around the oval structure. But watching this massive building take shape is mesmerizing. The architectural details include columns in 3 classical orders, decorative cornices, and the seating areas inside. The internal structure shows the complex framework that supported the arena floor. The set captures both the intact sections and the ruined portions, creating historical authenticity. The modular design means you can adjust which sections are complete and which show the interior structure. There are no minifigures as this is purely an architectural display piece. The build takes most people 30 to 40 hours of steady work. The repetition becomes meditative as you build arch after arch, watching the elliptical shape emerge. The final result is stunning with that instantly recognizable silhouette. This set is still available and continues to sell strongly. At $550, it's expensive, but the piece count and display presence justify it. The Colosseum represents LEGO's ability to capture world landmarks with engineering accuracy and visual impact. Daily Bugle 7678. The Daily Bugle 76178 arrived in 2021 as the largest Marvel set ever made. This 3772 piece building recreates the newspaper headquarters from Spider-Man lore. Standing 32 inches tall, this is a vertical build with multiple floors packed with details. The exterior captures the Art Deco architecture of a 1930s newspaper building with grey, tan, and dark red colouring. The ground floor has the lobby and printing press. The middle floors contain newsrooms, offices, and J. Jonah Jameson's office with his iconic desk. The top floors have more work areas and Peter Parker's darkroom. The rooftop is designed for superhero battles, with accessories and space for posing figures. The 25 minifigures is incredible, including multiple Spider-Man variants, villains like Green Goblin and Venom, and Daily Bugle staff. The roster includes J. Jonah Jameson, Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, and many others. The printed elements include newspapers, wanted posters, and desk accessories. The interior spaces are packed with storytelling details like photo files, typewriters, and coffee machines. The building technique uses varied textures and architectural elements on each floor. What makes this special is how it captures comic book storytelling. You can recreate classic scenes, stage new battles, and pose the characters throughout the building. The scale works perfectly for displaying the minifigures. The grey and tan colour scheme creates that urban newspaper building aesthetic. This set retired in late 2024, but remained popular throughout its run. The combination of a detailed building with an extensive minifigure collection made it essential for Marvel fans. UCS Imperial Star Destroyer 75252. The Imperial Star Destroyer 75252 is pure Empire intimidation. This 4784 piece set from 2019 recreates the massive warship that hunts rebels across the galaxy. The finished model is 43 inches long and weighs nearly 9 pounds when complete. The scale is impressive, with the triangular shape tapering from the wide base to the narrow bridge. The grey colour scheme uses multiple shades to create depth and panel lines. The surface details are extensive, with greebling covering every inch. The underside is as detailed as the top, showing engine arrays and docking bays. The bridge tower is detailed with sensor arrays and command decks. The set includes 2 miniature builds, a Tantive IV being pulled into the hangar bay, and a Star Destroyer pursuit craft. The display stand is substantial and necessary to support the weight. The minifigures include Darth Vader and crew members. The building technique creates the angled sides using specialized bracket pieces and careful structural design. The surface texturing uses thousands of small pieces to create the industrial imperial look. What makes this set special is the sense of scale. This thing is massive and heavy, conveying the power of an imperial warship. The attention to detail means you discover new elements every time you look at it. The engineering required to make it stable despite the triangular shape is remarkable. This set retired in 2023, and prices have already climbed. At $700 retail, it was expensive, but the piece count and display presence justified it. The Imperial Star Destroyer represents Star Wars capital ships at their most imposing. It's a centerpiece set that dominates any display. Medieval Market Village 10193. Medieval Market Village 10193 from 2009 is a castle-themed classic. This one, Pi 601, piece set creates a bustling medieval marketplace with multiple buildings. You get a blacksmith shop with forge and tools, a market stall selling produce, a bakery, and a tower guard post. The building style uses lots of brown, tan, and grey pieces to create that medieval aesthetic. The architecture includes timber framing, stone walls, and thatched roofs. The level of detail brings the village to life with chickens, a pig, market goods, and various tools. The 8 minifigures include villagers, merchants, a blacksmith, and guards. What makes this set beloved is the play value and display versatility. You can arrange the buildings however you want, creating different village layouts. The individual structures are detailed enough to stand alone or combine into a larger scene. The scale works well with castle sets, letting you build a kingdom. The accessories include barrels, food, weapons, and tools that enhance the medieval setting. This set retired in 2013 and has appreciated significantly in value. The castle theme has dedicated fans who seek out every set, and this village scene is essential for creating a complete medieval world. The building techniques mix realistic architecture with fantasy elements. Medieval Town Square 10332. Fast forward to 2024, and LEGO revisited the medieval marketplace with Medieval Town Square 10332. This 304 piece set is a modern update with all the building techniques learned over the past 15 years. The set includes 3 main buildings: a blacksmith, a market hall, and a tailor shop, plus a guard tower. The architecture is more sophisticated, with detailed timber framing, stone textures, and varied roof designs. The color scheme uses brown, tan, dark tan, and grey to create that weathered medieval look. The interior spaces are fully detailed with furniture, tools, and decorations. The blacksmith has a working bellows, forge, and weapon rack. The market hall has food stalls, tables, and merchant goods. The tailor shop has fabric bolts, a spinning wheel, and sewing tools. The guard tower has multiple levels with a prison cell at the bottom. The 12 minifigures include villagers, guards, merchants, and fantasy characters like a wizard. The accessories are extensive with animals, food, weapons, and medieval tools. The building techniques use advanced S-knot work for the timber framing and stone textures. The modular design lets you rearrange the buildings. What makes this set interesting is how it shows the evolution of castle building. Comparing it to the 2009 village shows how much more detailed and sophisticated LEGO's techniques have become. The set launched in March 2024, but surprisingly retired by the end of 2025, giving it less than 2 years on shelves. This quick retirement suggests it didn't sell as expected, possibly due to the price point or niche theme. Ninjago City 70620. Ninjago City 70620 is where LEGO went absolutely wild with building techniques. This 4867 piece set from 2017 is a vertical Asian-inspired city with street-level, multiple floors, and a penthouse. The architecture mixes traditional Asian elements with futuristic neon cyberpunk aesthetics. The building stands over 28 inches tall, with multiple levels connected by interior staircases and an exterior elevator. The ground level has a fish market, noodle house, and various street vendors. The middle floors contain apartments, shops, and hidden training areas. The upper levels have fancier spaces, and the penthouse. The back of the building shows the alley with dumpsters and hidden details. The 16 minifigures include ninjas, villagers, and various characters from the Ninjago series. The color palette is vibrant with reds, greens, golds, and neon highlights, creating visual overload in the best way. The level of detail is insane, with hanging lanterns, neon signs in multiple languages, balconies, and hidden rooms throughout. The building techniques showcase everything LEGO has learned about complex architecture. There are tiles placed at angles, transparent pieces creating windows, and decorative elements everywhere. The interior spaces are packed with storytelling details and play features. The connections between floors create playability as characters move through the structure. What makes this set legendary is the aesthetic and density of detail. Every corner has something interesting, every floor tells stories, and the overall visual impact is stunning. This set retired in 2019 and has appreciated significantly. Ninjago fans consider it essential, and LEGO architecture fans appreciate the building techniques. It spawned 2 sequels, Ninjago City Docks and Ninjago City Gardens, creating a modular Asian cityscape series. Ghostbusters Firehouse 75827, the Ghostbusters Firehouse 75827, is a love letter to the 1984 film. This 4-634-piece set from 2016 recreates the iconic headquarters at detailed scale. The building stands over 23 inches tall, with 4 floors of ghost-busting goodness. The ground floor has the garage with the Ecto, 1 car, equipment storage, and the receptionist desk. The second floor contains the living quarters, kitchen, and sleeping area with 4 beds. The third floor has the lab with equipment, computer terminals, and testing area. The top floor opens to the roof where the final Gozer battle takes place. The exterior captures the red brick firehouse with white trim and the iconic Ghostbusters sign. The architecture uses lots of red bricks, white windows, and period details. The 12 minifigures include all 4 original Ghostbusters: Janine, Dana, Lewis, and several ghost figures. The accessories include proton packs, ghost trap, PKE meter, and Slimer. The Ecto 1 is a substantial build with accurate details and room for the team. The interior spaces recreate scenes from the movie with the fire pole, equipment racks, and containment unit. The building techniques create the tall, narrow building with detailed facades on multiple sides. What makes this set special is the nostalgia factor and movie accuracy. Fans of the original film recognize every detail. The play value is high, with multiple floors, the car, and the ghost figures. This set retired in 2018 and prices immediately jumped. Sealed versions now sell for significantly above the original $350 retail price. The Ghostbusters license resonated with adult fans who grew up with the films. The building itself is iconic enough to appeal beyond just the license. Treehouse 21318. The Treehouse 21318 is an idea set from 2019 that became an instant classic. This 3036-piece set builds a massive treehouse with 3 separate house sections nestled in the branches. The tree itself is the star, with a thick trunk built from brown pieces and a canopy using green leaves. The branches spread wide, supporting 3 distinct houses, connected by walkable platforms. The houses have different designs. One is a cabin with furniture, one is more rustic with sleeping areas, and one is an observatory with a telescope. The details throughout are charming with windows, doors, and decorative elements that make each house unique. The surrounding environment includes a campfire, picnic area, and various plants. The 4 minifigures include a family enjoying their treehouse retreat, plus buildable animal friends. The building technique for the tree trunk creates organic curves using standard pieces. The branch structure is engineered to support the weight of the houses. The canopy uses lots of leaf pieces, creating a lush green covering. What makes this set beloved is the whimsical nature retreat aesthetic. It's not based on an existing property, just a beautiful original concept. The build is complex and satisfying, with the structural elements creating stability. The three houses can be rearranged on the branches for different configurations. This set remains available and continues to sell well. At $200, it offers great piece count value and impressive display presence. The treehouse appeals to nature lovers and those seeking a more organic aesthetic compared to urban or sci-fi sets. Boutique Hotel 10297. The Boutique Hotel 10297 arrived in 2022 as a stunning addition to the modular building series. This 3066 piece set creates a unique wedge-shaped corner building with Art Deco styling. The hotel occupies the main structure with reception, guest rooms, and a rooftop terrace. The ground floor has the lobby with front desk and seating area. The middle floors contain guest rooms with beds, furniture, and decorative elements. The architectural design uses a geometric wedge shape, creating visual interest from all angles. The color scheme mixes sand blue, white, and tan with gold accents. The facade features large windows, decorative elements, and the hotel name in gold letters. The interior spaces are detailed with period furniture, Art Deco lighting, and upscale finishes. The rooftop terrace has a pool, lounge chairs, and city views. The building technique creates the angled facade. Using specialized building methods, the corner location makes this work perfectly in a modular city layout. The 7 minifigures include hotel staff and guests. The accessories include luggage, room service items, and hotel amenities. What sets this apart is the unique shape and upscale aesthetic. Most modulars are rectangular, but this wedge design adds architectural variety. The Art Deco styling with gold accents creates an elegant look. The hotel theme adds a new building type to the modular collection. The interior details show Lego's increasing sophistication with furniture and decoration. This set is currently available and ranks among the most popular modulars. The design, innovation, and beautiful execution make it a standout in the series.